That's not
Exactly.
feasible anyway. A government within a government or an independent entity within an independent entities. I don't think that's feasible. However, I am in the struggle for Biafra.
Okay.
Whether I have to be a member of, I don't think it's mandatory I have to be a member of IPOB. I don't think mandatory I have to be a part of any organization
Okay.
to become a new citizen of this new country in the future. I
Okay.
don't think that is going to be. I accept that we must have one voice in this struggle, and
Okay.
that as a people we must have one way of doing things to some extent.
Are you willing to concede that voice to iPod for now?
I think the work is so massive that anybody who can help should come in and help. It
No,
shouldn't.
you can help, but we still have to be under the auspices of something.
There's no,
Or
and
you
that's what I'm saying. That
you won't
even
be a lone ranger,
no, no, no.
huh?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that even Namdi Kanu has freed you guys of that. He has said to you, whether it's IPOP, whether it's not IPOP, if you are for the creation of Biafra, then you're with us.
Okay.
You see what I'm trying to say? So now, and that's what I'm trying to understand. I've spoken about that with a friend. I said, what is the what's the right word to put there? There's this funny, weird kind of obsession with pushing people in there. I am much more focused with creation of this country.
But it cannot be created as a one-man evangelism. You have to work under the auspices or under the umbrella of an organized group. And when you vacillate in joining an organizational structure, it deprives you of that ability to question the inner doings of those organizations that you don't be a part of. Are you willing to be a formal member of the IPOB, or you just want to keep doing it solo by cutting videotapes on the internet?
Actually, my being outside gives me the power and the authority to ask more questions than those who are inside,
Okay.
because I'm not under the jurisdiction of those who are the leaders or gods or whatever you want to call them, those who are the head of IPOB. So I have much more onus, I have much more bravery, I have much more leeway, I have much more leverage to be able to question things without fear or favor. That's one thing. The other aspect of it is, like I said, my focus is more on the country being made. My focus is not being part of a power group, really. A power group of people whose job is to perpetuate that everything passes through them. Let us not lose our focus. And I think that's one of the things that I've been trying to get to people sometimes is, if you're a member of IPOB, good, beautiful. In fact, you're doing the right thing, and I commend you. But at the same time, that will not be the only criteria by which a person becomes a citizen in this new country. There are other criteria. And so I am much more focused on forming the country. And once we have the country, we will now determine what does it take to be a Biafran. What are the criteria you have to have before we give you a Biafra passport? Or you have a Biafra driver's license and all the other things that we're going to have in this brand new country. And I know that when the time comes, it's not going to be that one of the criteria will be, oh, if you were a member of IPOB, then you can become a member of Biafra and have a pass. No, no, no. It's going to be other criteria. IPOB is a mechanism. It's one of those few things, constructs that have been created to help aid in the creation of Biafra. But I want to let you know that the struggle is so big that IPOB doesn't represent the struggle to itself. It's a really big thing that is bigger than IPOB, that is bigger than you and me, and it shall come to pass.
Okay, that's very interesting. I need to wrap up this interview, but on a personal note, how long have you lived in the United States and also in Houston, Texas?
I've been in the United States since 2000. I've lived in Houston since 2015.
Okay, so you're a newcomer to Houston.
I am a newcomer to
Okay,
Houston.
yeah, I've been in Houston since 1982.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's about 37 years. I came to the United States in 1979.
Oh my goodness.
40 years ago, I just celebrated my 40th anniversary in the
Oh
United
my
States.
goodness.
But we are glad to have you here. I was influenced to have this interview with you by the flack that I noticed that you've had on the internet, and
It's good.
one of our Biafran pit bulls, a beautiful lady called Sister Efe, And she has been very, very vocal in her opposition to you. So I decided, since I ran into you on today's occasion, to have a word or two with you to see if you could
Clear the
smoothen
air.
some of these. And I
Yeah.
believe you already have done that.
Yes.
So, Mr. Clayton Udoh, once again, my name is Kafondi Anene, and I really appreciate you granting me this time to talk with you, and more grease to your elbows.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks a lot, sir.
All right, bye bye.